was alright now because anything you do.
I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Gary was alright now because anything you do.
I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Gary was a man who thought he could do crypto sharing at the SEC.
You lock what you see. Then please subscribe, eh? And if you like what we do, then smash that like button too.
Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the Crypto Chart School playlist over here at the Road Dog Crypto channel. You just go right down here where it says Chart School, you click that full playlist, and voila! They got all the knowledge right there.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 check. Mic check 1 2 1 2. There we go. Good deal. Let's turn that up just a little bit right there. Camera set up, but I missed a step somewhere, and looks like there's not going to be a camera.
You're my one and only, like I told you. I'll be there.
Tis Murphy's Law.
And if you get blue, I got the loving for you. Yeah, I'll be there. Your heartache, it kills me, but your loving, it thrills me. I'll be there.
Tis okay though.
Whatever tomorrow may hold, I
see what we got here. little guy set up.
I'll be there. Ooh, I'll be there.
Testing 1, 2.
When I'm at home, I got no one to hold.
Testing. Check, check.
I'll be there.
Well, I guess that repeats when it's over.
Well, it's all right now because anything you do.
I don't always like videos,
All right, we're getting ready to get
but
started.
when I do,
Got a little bit
I
crazy here.
always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Gary was a
All right, our crypto bubbles. Supposed to have a smooth intro, but that didn't go so smooth, and I'm not getting anything on my monitor on this mic. I think the sound's coming out all right, but I can't seem to hear it too well. Let's try that. Nothing coming from this. Why do I? There we go. A little bit of sound right there. Okay. Leandro says it sounds perfect. I will go with that. How's it going, Leandro? Man, it's 11 o'clock. You should be out having fun somewhere. All right. Crypto Bubble says it's a pretty good day today, as far as altcoins go. Not been in the charts in the last few hours. Wow, that mic is up way too much. Because I've been stuck editing that stupid intro. Actually, I like the intro, but it just took a lot longer than I thought. Oh, my, look at Bitcoin. That makes me happy. That makes me smile. Let me do another quick little sound check here with my delay. Apparently my monitor is just not working correctly. I can't hear myself. Leandro says, oh really? Congratulations, my man. Leandro has a 4-month-old baby. This is your moment of fun, man. Man, when they say they grow up quick, gosh. My little girl's almost, well, she's 9, going on 10, and just doesn't seem like it's very long ago she was 4 months. So enjoy those moments while you can. It's fun to watch them grow up, though. Well, that's nice to know about that, Leandro. You got a little girl. I like that. Or got a little baby. Didn't say she was a little girl. Or not. So looking at Bitcoin. Let's see. Zooming out to 4 hour. Looks like our double bottom scenario kind of stuck there. Smaller time frames had an inverted head and shoulder, which kind of gave us a few little clues of what could happen. And now we're going to the upside. Looks like we got a little rejection right up here at this line. And I drew that line when they were doing their little whipsaw action well, not the last time, but the time before last when they were, we had the Fed announcements. I can't even remember what it was, but there's like this little crazy wick there. So I thought, on those days, I want to take note of what levels that they're playing with. And it seems to have some relevance there. And today, or at least in this 4 hour candle, looks like it had more relevance too. Gave us a little bit of rejection. Looks like we might have a shot breaking through that. And I'm liking that. with the China narrative going on, seems like a lot of people getting just a little bit more bullish. Maybe trying to front run some stuff. Possibly. Andrew says, thanks, Lang. I have a boy, and yep, it seems like he's born last week, man. Congratulations, my man. Was trying to get the camera going, but I think I missed a step, and now it won't recognize it, so. Oh, well. All that set up for nothing, that's fine. Turn down some of these bright lights. And right now, I'm just trying to find my chat again. There we go. I think I need more screens. 3 is not enough. So, things are looking kind of up for Bitcoin right now. So a lot of people are looking at this as a head and shoulders pattern at the top, and I wasn't, because it doesn't have a clear neckline for me until technically it came down here, and this is why it was up here. So you could technically say it's got a neckline, but this shoulder is lower than this shoulder, and that's typically opposite of what we look for with the head and shoulders. So I doubted on its ability to actually play out. My take on it was more, I think the pattern's still over here. This is what I saw, more of a megaphone pattern, which has when they break to the downside, they don't go down as far. Now they can come up and retest and then go down further. So I guess that's really what we're trying to see here. So this chart is probably one of the better ones to look for, telling me that we could get up to this area about almost 28,000. And that is where this 50 moving average is coming in at the top of a falling channel trend line. So I would say that's a good likelihood we may see something like that, where price comes up, not necessarily in a straight line, but up to this area about 26,000 or 28,000, 28,1. Cut this music down just a little bit. And then from there, we could possibly see some rejection, maybe come back to this area, retest it. That would be great to flip this for support. Then it might have a chance. It's a little bit too early to say, because you got to get this bearish retest out of the way, or that possible bearish retest. It already tested over here, came down, and this is as far as it came. It actually hit the pad at the target for the measured move for this pattern that most people have been calling a head and shoulders. So target reached twice, double bottom. I think we got some upside. So if I can clear this off, those little yellow streaks, and take a little bit better look at this, and come down to a lower time frame. So now we're in double bottom scenario, right? So this is the level well, actually that wick is where we got to get above, and that's coming in with their 4-hour 200 moving average. It's wild how all these things just kind of line up to give you confluence. And you're just always kind of looking for two things that say close to the same thing. So for this double bottom scenario to have legs, we got to break up above this, may get rejected, retest, come back. We got to see that area flip for support. And then that will confirm a double bottom scenario, and we can look for higher prices, and that's even got a measured move, which could take us back up near the top of this top area, right around 29.3, if we can pull that off. So things looking pretty interesting for Bitcoin. Looking at my indicators and things here, I like what I see on the Ichimoku. That looks like it's poised for some action there. Leandro says, by the way, that looking at the Bitcoin chart, looks like the rounded bottom is starting to form. Do you think we'll see 50K this year? Good question. And I really haven't given it much thought as to how high that we might go. So we got 6 months to go, and basically 6 months ago we were just flipping around from that bottom. Oh, and that chart's got a lot of lines on it, almost too many lines to see. If it carries on what it's doing now, higher high, higher low, you know, we're in at, you know, zooming out here on the weekly, we're in an uptrend. this what I'm looking for? I think this is what I'm looking for right there. So we'll just copy that pattern. Can't really see that worth of crap, can we? There we go. And that says about 41. That's August. That would be a good area to get a pullback, honestly. Can we hit 50? 50 is going to be a big number. Definitely 40s, I do think. We're going to have a struggle with this area, and that's kind of the area we've started struggling with, around 32. We're going to have struggle getting above that, and then this area here at about 38. So we're going to have some fighting to do to get there, and then coming up to this area about 44. 50 is at the top of this area right over here. Just that, got a little cursor for this thing. Why is that not working? Figured that might make it easier to see. I'm afraid it'll make me lose everything if I mess with it. I mean, I'm not going to put it out of the question, but it seems just a little bit. I'm thinking more around maybe the 40-ish area. However, you know, this is a 618 area, and this fractal does kind of stop there. I mean, we could get bullish, and we'd always play around. Put that little guy there again. Now, if it stays in the channel like that, of course, I don't see that. I don't see that happening. But that scenario would take us up to about 50,000, and that would be at January. So to get there, we'd have to have some kind of price action, kind of like this, and that looks a little too bullish. But I do think that we will go up. I think altcoins are going to have a good time toward the end of the year as well. And this is, oh yeah, that's a nice rounded shape right there. I think that's what you're talking about, right? But Ichimoku Cloud says that, you know, we're going up. And I believe my next target will basically be at the 618 level, about 35. And we start getting back into these zones over here, trying to break up that resistance. So it's going to be interesting to see how far that it can go up. But, you know, a lot of it, there's a lot of variables that can happen between now and the end of the year with China and Hong Kong opening up that market. You know, that might be enough to take us there. So, I mean, it's not out of the question. And I keep going back to like 2019 in these areas. This is, let's see if we can blow this up a little bit. This was actually the COVID crash here, and then we kind of did something what we're doing now. This was the actual bottom in 2019. We came up, you know, and came down. COVID just kind of throws this chart a little bit out of the way, but it's basically going to be doing a similar thing, just not dropping down as low. But it, you know, it kind of goes sideways and then it takes off. And one thing to note about this was October 2020. We had a very, very short time for that bull market, for that bull run. And let's see, 2 months it went up about 80%. So from about 11,000 to 20,000. And after that, got that little flag there. And this is April, and it was really March when we were seeing where's my dates down here, man? So December to February, in February, we were reaching about 50, almost close to 60,000, 57,000 in that short amount of time right there. So, I mean, that run will come hard, quick, and heavy. And so we kind of anticipate that coming so many months after the halving, which the halving is a year away. I think that we're kind of still kind of in a scenario where we're just kind of making progress, but slowly, until we get to that point where it's going to just take off over just a matter of two or three, about 3 to 4 months. And hopefully we'll all be prepared and be able to tell ourselves to actually take profits instead of it's going to the moon, going to go up forever, because it doesn't. But to me, it's looking good on the bigger time frames. You know, we're just in the middle of this red cloud. It's kind of an iffy situation, but it usually spits us out on the upside. It doesn't usually bounce us out to the bottom of the cloud, so I'm not worried about having a big drop to 10,000. I've heard some people throw that out there a little bit more often lately, until we get a bullish day like today, and then things kind of switch up. But you know, last time we were in the cloud like this, we were kind of in the same scenario. I thought we went over that before. This is 2019, about this same time, in May and in June. We were in the middle of that cloud and had a little bit of a pullback from 8,000 all the way down to 7. Had a little pullback there, but then we popped on through, riding that 9 on the weekly. That's a key. That's a big key. And where is our 9 now? We are under our 9, so I really want to see us regain that on the weekly. And that's coming in, what price is that? 28. So in our shorter time frames, I think that's where we were headed. I think my measured move was at, not that measured move. I think the top of this channel, right up here in this area, is about 28. So if we can pull off this move up to the 200 on the 4-hour, hold that, I think we got a good chance. A really good chance there. That would be important, because that would actually get us back into this megaphone pattern, and that would be extremely bullish to break back into that pattern. So that's what I'm looking at as far as Bitcoin goes. I want to see us get back into that pattern. That would be bullish. That would also potentially give us a breakout of this pattern. And that would be extremely bullish too. So we could kill both of those birds with one stone there, is what I'm hoping on. And it says maybe if the Fed puts an end to the rate hikes in June. You know, I'm nervous about when they stop the rate hikes, just for the fact that a lot of times in history, when they actually do pivot and stop, the markets carry on for a short time and then they tank bad. I mean, bad. So legacy markets, Wall Street and all that, I mean, that's what a lot of us are really looking at right now, is the possibility that happened and what it will do to crypto. So I don't know. I don't know if it's slowly tapering down, we can factor that in, but it just seems there is a history when those cuts pivot within about a month, 6 weeks, something like that. There's something bad happens in that market. So just have it on the radar. Doesn't mean that it's going to, but it's happened more often than not in the past. Javid's in the house. Glad to have you here, Javid. We're just checking out the Bitcoin bullish nature. It looks like it wants to run just a little bit. And I'm looking for a retest of this area about 28,000. See where we get rejected there, or we got enough energy to pump up and go up. We get rejected there, yeah, down and sideways for a little bit more, but if we can make it above there, we could get a bigger pump coming. So that's what I'm looking at there. My pleasure, Leandro. Looking out for my OG there. So we can take a look at Ethereum here. Ethereum's got a nice little pump there. That's a good sign. Hadn't quite cleared that 200 moving average on the 4 hour, but they're looking bullish, and it is above the 921's crossing the 100. It's got a little bit more fighting to do, but it looks like it's getting some legs. So I need to check out Total too, just to kind of get a feel what's going on with these altcoins, man. Are you finally? No, you're still haven't gained the ground I need to see you gain. I got to see Total 2 break up above this line. Got to. If not, it could hurt our altcoins. It looks like it's trying. Let's hope that it makes that. Now, Total 3 is altcoins minus Ethereum. They're in a little bit of a different scenario, though. If we look at that, it's more in a falling wedge doing a retest. So I find that's interesting to me, that it's a little bit different from the Total 2. Total 2 has more like its inverted head and shoulders that I've been watching. It's not really in that same falling wedge. So it's as if Ethereum is dragging us down somehow. Because it looks like the other altcoins are interested in doing a little something here. But right now, the moving averages are just a little bit bearish. Under the daily 200 there, both up the 9 and the 21 are both under there. 50 across the 100. Curious to see, we got some bullish divergence going on there, so that could pop us up, but the moving averages stay down. So I'm curious to see how this plays out, because that would normally bring us back down for a little bit. Maybe we get another retest or something and make a little bit stronger bullish divergence before we pop up. But I do believe there's a pop coming. I just don't know if it's going to be this week or another 2 weeks. So there's some signs saying it wants to pop up, but moving averages don't look that great. But there is some bullish divergence. So I'm liking that. Doesn't mean it has to play out immediately, though. Sunday is the pump day usually. Yeah, but this holiday weekend, a lot of times they like to say that it might be Monday. We might get a delay on that, but I definitely expect some volatility Sunday and late Sunday and Monday, definitely. Or maybe even Monday night. It may be volatile until, well into Wednesday as they kind of catch up and go through whatever plans that they've got to do with their stuff. So let's check out our big gainers. What's going on here today? Up for the week. Render, that's one I'm trying to collect a little bit more of. AGIX has been doing good. That little guy is up. I got too many marks on here, man. Oh, I think that was my trade setup I had. So I guess I don't have to do too much analysis on here. I already did it earlier. I forgot. So AGIX short term is in a rising wedge kind of scenario. Bigger pattern is also a rising channel. Both of those are bearish. So it could get rejected and come back down, and we could see 26, 27 cents out of AGIX again. But it's also got some bullish signs going on here. That 21 is getting ready to cross over the 200 on the 4 hour. Price is above the 200. So pullbacks may only be back to 29 cents. May not come back down as much as what this falling or rising wedge would want to give us. But there are some signs that we're ready for a pullback here. But it's staying strong above that 9. So the scenario is, if it does break to the upside of this rising channel, when we break to the upside of a bearish pattern, that's usually a really, really good move coming. And, we could see 42, maybe 43 cents out of this. I would like that. But I've been building my bag again as we hit down in these lower 20 cent areas. And I was waiting for that a while. It seemed like it would take it forever to get here, but it finally did make it back down here. And it says, good night, Lane. Have some diapers to change. All right, my man. Take care of that little one, man. Glad you stopped by. It's good to see you, Leandro. Take a long at Atom. I see daily break. Oh, is it breaking out? I like Atom when it's $10 and under, or around $10-ish and under. I haven't been buying any lately. I pick up a little bit off the, with rewards and things like that on Osmosis, but I pretty much got my Atom bags fairly packed, as much as I want to put into it. And it's just sitting there. Staking. Oh, it looks like an impossible inverted head and shoulders type bottom there for me. It's looking good. 4 hour looks good to me. Market Cipher likes it. Stochastics down toward the bottom, not actually bottom, but they've curved up. Moving averages are looking promising. At least coming up here to 1069, and we should be getting ready to tap 1087 before long. But anywhere through here, in my mind, is a good place to start adding this to your bags. Let's see, it was down here in April, May. It doesn't get down here too often. I think I sent a tweet out sometime. I always feel like an idiot when I don't pick it up when it's $10 and under. But there's been very few occasions that it drops down to around 8, right? So I remember when Bitcoin had the big drop a couple years ago that scared us. I guess this was it. In June. I mean, we haven't seen those prices again out of Atom. When Bitcoin did this number right here, I was watching Atom close. It got down around $8 and right seven right through here. Remember watching Dub Digital, and we were talking about that on his show. Somebody was buying the crap out of it. They made such a good move with that. But we haven't seen those levels, so Atom to me is a strong one. And so that was here at June 22. We haven't come back down there. Now we came back down to around 8. Man, this has been a while since I looked at it on this chart. Got down in my buy zone for a couple of weeks there. I guess we can get rid of that target there, whatever it was. 843 as low as it got. And we haven't seen that again. Could we? Maybe, but I doubt it. Weekly stochastics are bottoming out. A few little bear signs there, but on the weekly, but nothing huge. It's like we're getting ready to go into Ichimoku cloud here. It's got a little green on the other side. I like to see that. I think it's going to suck us up in there, and Atom's going to roll. It'll be a slow move probably, but it can make the numbers. Definitely can make the numbers. Let's see what we got on the bigger picture here. Falling wedge, ascending triangle, or descending triangle. Not crazy about descending triangles. Not crazy about that at all. That could actually turn into a falling wedge, and could we see $8-9? Possible, but this level here is holding. It's been holding for a while, and that could be a triple bottom scenario. So I would treat this more as a partial decline on a channel. So a touch there, that looks feasible. Straighten this up, see if we get a little bit more on that angle. Still more like a falling wedge though. But I mean, if we do break this level, and what does that come? That's a 618 Fibonacci level that we found support on. Almost hit it here, hit it there. Didn't come back all the way here. That's a good sign to me. I don't think that we're in danger of falling down. But if we do, it happens, and that's a good time to pick it up. Divergence, not really. I think it looks good, And just the fact that we did actually get a bounce there and we're above the 9 on the daily looks good to me. I think we're headed up to the 200, about 1135, somewhere through there. I don't think, I think we got some sideways action to go for several more weeks, probably within a range here, but I think it looks good. Atom is one that I like. Let me pull up MexC here on my phone, see what's popping over there. A lot of people have been talking about PEPE like it was going to pump. I guess it's doing a little bit better. It's just kind of been in this sorry range for a while, right? Didn't hit that target, huh? Why didn't you hit that target? Did I do something wrong? Well, I hit it on there. Where did I get this one? I have to figure out why things don't happen when they're supposed to happen. It was for there. You didn't hit that. I take that as a good sign. And when it, usually when I find that it comes up short of getting that, that's usually a little bullish. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Looks like we could technically have a breakout. How's the volume look on that? Always check volume for a breakout. If you don't see volume spiking up when we're crossing over a trend line, not a strong move. So overall, it looks good, but I mean, we could come back down to 1455 on PEPE. I forgot what one I was looking at for a second. PEPE. I don't foresee this one getting up way too high at the moment. 1578. Moving averages really do make very good target areas. Although price usually goes above them in a range, but they do give you some very good targets to shoot for. Guys, what you got in your wallet? What you guys been trading lately? I like AZERO. Trying to build a little bag of that. Still kind of tiny. I like what I'm seeing there. That looks like a possible triple bottom. Or head and shoulders, if you want to look at it that way, that would qualify too. It does seem to have a fairly decent neckline there. And the shoulder is lower than that one, so that works for me. Heading into a cloud. AZERO actually looks good. So it could be getting ready to test this area at 118. That would be nice. Making it up to that moving average, give us an 8% return. One that is on my radar, we are in a falling channel. We need to make it up back to the top, and where we are now, that's going to be about 123. So could see those prices. We're working on flipping this area at 108, right at 109. Flipping that resistance back into support, and that's going to be the key to it. And it looks like we may have done it. May have done that. We're above the 9. I think we've done it. And money flow's coming in. I like it. Checking out one I haven't looked at in a while, I don't think. CANTO, which has disappointed me. It's not on KuCoin. I think it's on MexC there. Hopefully it's bottoming out here. Not seeing much different there. That one. I am in drawdown on this one. It fooled me. Thought we were getting a good move right in here, and we did not. We just decided to go down, so it got me. And this one's supposed to be a spin-off of Evmos on the Cosmos chain. And it looked like it might be promising, but I'm starting to think that that was all just hype. Should be doing something bigger than this. A little bit of a disappointment for me. The next target would be about 19 cents, and it's still not enough to get me above water. I don't like holding these downtrends, and this one snagged me. CEEK is one that I've had my eye on. So we can check it out here on OKX. Zoom out just a little bit. Could be a double bottom, but that bottom is lower than this one, and I'm not liking that. So I'm not seeing much to make me very bullish on CEEK. If anything, I'd see it coming down to maybe to about 4.6 cents. Possible. Now, did we get a breakout? There is some volume there. Let's go down to the 4 hour and see if we got a breakout or not. I mean, it could be, and it does have some volume. Are you getting ready to turn around on me in the shorter time frame? Let me see some things here. We're still under the 9 on the daily, but yet the 4 hours looking a little bullish because we're not above the 200 yet. It would help to see that. It may do that. There's a possibility that CEEK could be in a breakout, doing a retest of the trend line. Maybe that's what some other people have been seeing that are just a little bit more bullish on this. So that is a falling wedge. And let's take a measured move for this bottom here. Maybe it is worth keeping on the radar, but I did not like what I saw on the daily. But with shorter time frames are kind of looking like it's giving us some promise. Could go up to 10 cents. That would be a 618 retracement. I mean, it's got confluence for that. Maybe. We got to get above. We gotta stay above that green line right there, and we are. So that's not more confluence for possibility it might be getting some legs here on CEEK. One to watch, I believe. Going to check out Hello. I had a bag of that. I've got I've got scraps now. But that one's been a good performer. Much better than what I thought. Its run may be over though, because we have broken structure there. This little guy is gonna should get a nice little pullback there. So we wicked up to 8.8 cents. Got to keep an eye on this with that. Let's bring this down to the bottom. See what we got. That makes a little bit more sense. Finding support on 382. It's a good level to find support, but we broke down to the downside, so it will be coming back down. So it's kind of basically like its parabolic run is over, and it's going to do down and sideways for a while. So this would be one just to kind of put on the back burner and come back and revisit in a few months, because we've seen this play out. Come back and see this one in August or September. I think the run is over for Hello. It could still make some gains, but the signs it's showing me here, we'll probably be revisiting about 3.5 cents there before too long. XDB Digital Bits. Haven't looked at this one in a while. This is the ever downward journey of XDB. Because I kind of declared it dead over here. That video got a lot of views, man. I don't know. That a lot of people got a lot of emotions invested in this coin. They weren't too happy to see my take on that. But what did it do? Wow, wow, wow. Looks like it's finding some ground, though. It is starting to look a little bit better right now. But man, new lows, even from here, came down lower. So over on the day, they were still kind of in a falling pattern. It's got that going for it. My biggest complaint about this one is that I don't see anything coming out of that team. I haven't seen any development during the bear market. But maybe some people get in, because it did have some good price action at one time. But the sell pressure on this one's just crazy. It's looking good on the 4 hour though. It does have a green dot there on the market cipher. Maybe we can see some movement out of this. 4 hour, the moving averages are starting to look up a little bit, so we could see it come up to about decimal 3 zeros and 7.2. Not very much. Actually, when we start getting down to these little prices, some of those moves aren't too bad. Maybe 10%. It's still got a lot of fight. It's still got a battle to fight. It's been another disappointment in my book. MYRIA is one that's been on the radar lately. Take a look at that. So I'll probably have it charted here in KuCoin. I'd see nothing great about it other than stochastics are bottomed down. Well, actually, on the daily, there's some good signs on VMC, on market cipher, that it may be getting a bounce. It's one hellacious falling wedge to break out of. And when they get steep like that, they're not as strong of a breakout. So if I would want to trade this, I'd be looking at those three targets right there. 0.0037, 0.0041, 0.0046. That 0.0037 actually comes up with this 50 moving average. I think that's a very reasonable target there. Measured move for this. Looks like it put us right around in that same ballpark. We get a breakout. Just a little bit more, say in the next one. Something to watch. I'm not sold on this one yet. I've got to see it just a little bit more. 4 hours starting to look better though, but it does have some bullish divergence there though. It's got that going for it on the 4 hour. That's might make a decent short-term trade there. but that's just about a 10% move. Possibly up to 30%. I'm not sold on it. Also, want to take a look at Woo Network. Have I looked at this recently? I think we looked at this recently. Maybe we did. Man, it was... Oh, it was another one that I had to take a closer look at and why it failed. This one should not have failed. This was a beautiful head and shoulders pattern. Inverted head and shoulders pattern. Broke to the upside. Came back. Could it be retesting? It could be, because we've seen this... It's not technically invalidated yet, but I don't like to see pullbacks like that. It does affect the performance of this. A little bit of, no, thought I saw some bullish divergence there, but I don't. This was a nice move there, though. That was a nice move to call it. 60% move. Need some more like that. It's got a little work to do. It's trying to get bullish, but I'm not seeing the signs I need for it or anything saying it's really going to take off at the moment. It's still got to flip some resistance into support there. So the altcoins I've been looking at just didn't look too gravy. Let's go over to crypto bubbles real quick. See what's moving here on the hour or the day. The Woo's there in the green, so it's got some price action. I'm not seeing much movement out of here. Solana, what's it doing? Solana found support here. It's been finding support on the 200 daily. That's good. So it's actually got a good move going on right now. And the volume's not there though, so that's not a good sign. That's not going to last. So price is going up, volume's coming down. That's a divergence there, meaning this is not a strong move at all. So prices on Solana probably come up about 21, get rejected at these moving averages there. Did make a breakdown from a rising channel there. It's been in several weird patterns actually. Symmetrical triangle, I see. This pattern is valid. Take it to the bottom. Touch there, kind of line it up just a little bit better. Could be making an ascending. Well, it broke to the downside of that pattern. It broke market structure, but it's just trying to come back up for a retest, it looks like. Looks a little bullish on short term. Might be a good trade there for someone, especially if using leverage or something, but I don't see anything that's really got me gung-ho about it getting ready to do anything major. But it is good that it found support here at the 200 moving average. That is in its favor. If it can keep it, maybe we can go up to 26. Could happen, but may have to fight with that. Could be in a falling wedge right there. So it's got that going in its favor right there. But there's just no volume for a breakout. Take a look at FTM. On the daily here, nothing bullish here yet. Market cipher saying it's got some signs for a lift up on the daily, but It's not in the greatest spot right now. These moving averages crossing over that 200. Not the time to jump in my opinion. I mean, maybe looking at a double bottom scenario. It just has not yet played out. Maybe down to this area. It is one of those parabolic moves that lost its structure and now going down and sideways. So slow accumulation is what I see on Solana. I'm just not seeing anything about to take off yet for this weekend. OPUL is one that I'm definitely throwing a bag of, and it is in my buy zone at the moment. I've also got this put to work on me. It's on Algorand, and I've got it over there staking, but it's a music NFT play that I think may actually have some legs and turn into something. I think the music NFTs are going to gain a lot of traction this cycle. So kind of like the other ones, it lost a parabolic move and down and sideways in accumulation. And I think these are good areas to accumulate, in my opinion, somewhere between 9. Well, it's my lowest right here, but 7.3. If we were to make it down there, it's possible because we broke the 200 daily moving average. We may actually see those prices. It's been a while since I did this, so let me just redraw this. Smooth this box down just a little bit more because that 217 or 27 comes in at 6.5 cents. So losing that 200 moving average, that's where I put my bets that it will probably touch. Okay. See that KuCoin has been blasted away. I think it's down to some of my accumulation points that I've accumulated before. I was getting into it right around through here, so I think it is at the top of my range there. Oh, hindsight always tells you I wish it took more profit up there. But it's going to the moon. I like that we have a partial decline there. That may give it a little bit of legs, but moving averages are not looking that great. Stochastics are kind of tall, kind of high on the daily. Money flow is still in the red. I think there's a very good possibility that we'll see a decline on some of these altcoins coming down a little bit. Could see this get as low as, would hate to break that level of support over here. Draw a line there. That needs to hold, or else we can come down to these low prices and just a little over $3. Looks like it possibly has a double bottom there on the 4 hour. Or could be entertaining that thought. Don't really see that after I was zoomed in. I'm not seeing that. I am seeing more of a like a symmetrical triangle, which I don't trust those suckers at all. 4 hour does have some good signs for it though. We are above the 9 moving average. Actually, we are above the 9, above the 50, above the 100, and above the 21. That's a good setup to jump up to this 200 moving average at 479. Throw that out there. That could be a good trade. But you'd have to throw leverage on there because that's just 7%. So, KuCoin. I think it's definitely at a decent price to pick some up. But can it go lower? I think there's a possibility. But looking on the daily, I'm looking at these moving averages now. It has found support here at this level. It's above the 9, it's above the 21.9 now. They haven't crossed. And if you see that cross, that's a good sign that it's got more upside. But we're at $5 there at the 200. Or was it on the 400? 480. So there's 2 time frames. Again, there's 2 different targets there that it could actually possibly reach. So we could see trying to get back up to the $5 area, but look at this 50 getting ready to, if it crosses that 200, then there's more downward action. I bet you he's just going to ask about file. Okay. Take a look at GALA. Kind of the same situation there. Just a little bit. I don't like this. The 50 crossing the 200 is called a death cross. It's a lagging indicator, but that kind of points to the possibility it may come back to 2.5 cents. Well, I mean, it wants to make you know, it's possible to have a double bottom here. This bottom is lower than here. And some of these signs, man. Divergence is not bullish. For any of you guys that don't know, when you're looking at divergence and when you're taking your measures, whether you're doing it on regular candles or Heikin-Ashi or whatever, it's very important to make sure that you do it from the candle bodies and not from the wicks. And the reasoning behind that, I've seen some people on YouTube go by the wicks and everything. The reason behind that is that you're comparing it to your indicators, and the biggest majority of your indicators are based on candle closes and not the high or low points, which is what their wicks represent. So you get a lot better results when you go by the candle bodies, and especially if you're using RSI. RSI is definitely based on candle closes. So thought I'd throw that out there. So no divergence there on GALA. That bothers me there, the 50 on the 200. But it looks like on the short term, like it wants to do something. Short term doesn't look that bad. So, I mean, you could possibly see a bump up to about 32 cents. To the moving average there, 200. Because they're nice and tight here, and it's on the upside of them. I see some bullish signs here on the 4 hour, but on this daily, is that where we're on the daily? Man, that's a strong negative one right here. So maybe, where's that moving average at? 3.2. Let's mark that little guy. Come back to the daily and see where that falls in. So, I mean, we could see something like that and get rejected. And then we kind of get a pattern formed. And it could... We have to see where it goes from there. But the daily's looking bearish with that right there. I would play this one carefully. Well, my title for the stream was Win Moon, or Win Lambo. Not today. Not this weekend, apparently. Although it is a longer weekend, maybe we will see some liquidity coming in a little bit. I know they're going to play with their heads Sunday and Monday, I'm pretty sure. Gee, looking at bubbles, you would think we had a great day. I actually like to see the price, but it would actually be performance that would kind of clue us into how big these moves are. 10% move, that's... Pretty sure we looked at CFX. Yeah, we looked at that one earlier. Still seeing Conflux is doing a possible bearish retest of this trend line. mean, it can go up, but I wouldn't expect it to get past that, or at least have a good struggle to get past that area. That's going to be a hard area to get past 38 cents. All right, guys, I've been on here an hour. Try to keep these streams to about an hour. It's hard to get excited seeing a big hour-long show to watch, and so I like to keep them, try to keep them a little short, and then I can go back in and put timestamps on the things that we did cover. I thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate it. Taking time out on a Saturday night. Hang out with the road dog, and hopefully, hopefully these prices will get a little bump this week. We'll check back in. I do plan on trying to do a live stream tomorrow night and possibly again Monday. But I appreciate y'all for coming, and I will bid you good night with this.
Well, it's all right now because anything you do.
I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Gary was a man who thought he could do crypto, sharing at the SEC.
You lock what you see. Well then, please subscribe, eh? And if you like what we do, then smash that like button too.
Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the Crypto Chart School playlist over here at the Road Dog Crypto channel. You just go right down here where it says Chart School, you click that full playlist, and voila! They got all the knowledge right there.